Who the fuck is Barcelona? Hey, hey. 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 Who the fuck is Barcelona? Hey.
boys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hopefully everybody is doing okay. We're here, we're locked in, and welcome to TBV Daily. I know it's a little bit late to be Sundays, but it's supposed to be Sundays. I've just literally noticed the time. I still thought it was 11 o'clock, so that's on me. Apologies. But yeah, bless up. Hopefully everybody's doing well. We're here to update everybody. Yeah, man. Obviously, we need to talk about all these comments. We need to talk about Driesen's comments. We need to know, is Stani out or not? Obviously, Muller is now gone, which is sad. There's some Leao news. Obviously, there's a Musiala update. So yeah, man. But yeah, bless up to everybody, and big up PH. Bless up, bro. Would you take Diego Lopez from Valencia for a backup winger? Bro, I'm not really too sure about that. I don't really know who he is, to be honest with you, bro. Yeah, it's a bit peak. Big up, bro. How are you? To be honest with you, mate, don't like neither team. I hate Real Madrid. I don't hate PSG. I'll be back, bro. I'm going over to watch USA and Mexico. I'm American after all, but Germany by blood. Mia Samia. Bless up, PH, bro. Big up to you every single time. But yeah, like I said, we're here. We're here to talk about the news. So yeah, let's get into it, and let's change this background. Let's go with me outside the Allianz Arena. Let's go with that one. I'll be doing that again soon, which is amazing. Big up, Godfrey. How are you, brother? Anyway, let's get into the show. Bless up to everybody in the chat. I'll read your comments after, but yeah, let's go. So first thing has come out from Kerry Hall, basically just saying that Stani did not, and I repeat, did not suffer an injury against PSG and will be ready for the beginning of pre-season. I'm not really too sure if it was a fitness issue. I'm not too sure if he had a knock or something, but from what the reports are saying, he did not have an injury. He did not suffer one. So I'm a bit confused why he went off, if that's the case. Maybe, again, it was a fitness issue. Maybe he wasn't feeling 100%. I'm not sure. But yeah, there we go. Then it comes out saying that there's still no agreement between Bayern and Celta Vigo for Brian Zaragoza. Bayern are demanding a paid loan of around 2 million and an obligation to buy worth 12 to 15 million. Bournemouth are keeping an eye on Zaragoza, but the player prefers to stay in Spain. Again, this is super duper sad. You don't ever want a player to leave because they're not being given a chance. And I feel like that's one of the main things we need to take about it. So yeah, that's personally, how I feel on it, to be honest with you. But yeah, man. Let me just reply to this message. So yeah, that's personally how I see it. Right, let's go there. So yeah, that's just, it sucks. It's stupid. He should be given a chance, but he's not going to be. So there's no point harping on about it. There really isn't. Then it come out today from Kicker. Now I did do a post on it, but it come out. So TV money is been given out to all the different clubs among Bundesliga clubs in 2025-26 season, and Bayern tops it with over 83.4 million euros. Again, I get that this is just the TV money alone, but Bayern nearly made $1 billion. There is no reason for us to not be spending money. So, I'm not listening to this bullshit that we've got a good squad, or the bullshit this or that, or whatever Herbal or Ulrich Hunnes or fucking whoever Mickey Mouse has to say, bro. I don't care who it is that says it. I'm just not listening to it because it's stupid. It makes no sense. Where are my signings? Get my signings in. You know what I mean? When I go to the Allianz Arena to watch the game, there better be some new signings there, bro, because we will be going closer and closer into the new season. So get the damn signings in, man. Get them damn signings in. You know what I mean? There is no if, buts, or maybes about it. So, yeah, Then speaking of Rafael Leao, so beyond Uli Hoeneß's statement about Rafael Leao, which we're going to get into in a bit, the Portuguese winger is still on the list of names that Bayern have evaluated and are still evaluating in the recent days. So despite Hoeneß's words, Bayern have continued to have contacts and evaluate Leao's name internally, even in the past few days. However, at the moment, there's still no offer, and Bayern have yet to decide on who their main target is. Again, so stupid. It makes no sense. After Nico Williams' extension, Leao remains one of the names on Bayern Munich's list, but as of now, nothing more. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. And then there's just been loads of support, obviously, for Jamal. So, yeah, the icon, Frank Ribery himself, I would love to get him out of retirement. He let the legend, have his time. I get that. But, half these wingers we've got are fucking bums. A fucking old Ribery will be doing 10 times what they do, bro. Even if it's for fucking 45-minute stints. But, yeah, Ribery not spoke out, but, tweeted at Jamal, giving him respect and so on. What's this? Okie dokie. So I'm not sure who this is coming from, but it says Adam Asnouz received a lot of backlash from Bayern fans for posting a photo with Hakimi after yesterday's game, but the post in no way expressed a lack of interest in Bayern or Jamal Musiala's injury. Asnouz has a close relationship with Hakimi. The latter took care of him with the national team. He's his idol. Ansu, got Ansu Fati on the brain. Asnouz has also recently been represented by the same agency as Hakimi. For both players at the same agency, the game was therefore a special moment that everybody involved wanted to. Yeah, I'm not going to read the rest of that because he is a young Bayern player who's Moroccan, talking to another Moroccan who plays for PSG. Like, if he wants to post a fucking photo, then he could post a photo. Like, I don't really understand. But whatever. Jamal Musiala update. So Jamal Musiala is flying back to Munich separately from the rest of the team. Bayern have ordered a private air ambulance for a quick return. Musiala will undergo surgery shortly after landing. So, yeah, hopefully surgery goes well. Hopefully the recovery is going to, go well, and then we can get back on the pitch. But no rushing him, please. Please, I don't give a shit if company's the coach in 6 months or not. Don't rush this guy back, even if he's ready in 3 months, which probably isn't going to be the case. I just don't want to see him back. I don't. I've seen that Vinicius Jr. Put something about Jamal Musiala as well. So yeah, there was that. David Alaba put something. I know that Julian Nagelsmann obviously spoke about it, and loads of people like Nuno Mendes and so on and so forth spoke about it. Obviously, no one ever wants to get injured in such a way, Of course not. One person that's been getting a lot of flack is Donnarumma. Now, obviously, in the heat at the moment, I said that he should have been red carded and so on, but looking back at it, I'm not really too sure. I think the player's gone in for it, the goalkeeper's gone in for it, and it just is what it is. Obviously, it's really unfortunate. It's fucking annoying that it was Jamal Musiala that got injured, obviously. But, it just is what it is in that sense. But yeah, Donnarumma was very affected after Musiala's injury yesterday. After the game, the Italian goalkeeper texted Musiala to ask how he was doing. And went to Bayern's dressing room to apologise. Donnarumma sought support from someone in the team, and yeah, apparently they're I don't even know how to say that, psychologist or something like that. So yeah, man. Yeah. So again, it sucks. You don't ever want a player to be injured in such way. But yeah, official Bayern Munich confirmed that Jamal Musiala has suffered a fractured fibula as a result of an ankle dislocation and will undergo surgery, which we already know. And then Max Eberl said this serious injury and the long absence are a real shock for Jamal and all of us. This hits FC Bayern hard. Everybody knows how intensely important Jamal is for our game and what a central role he plays for our team. Furthermore, the human impact is incredibly bitter. We all feel for him. Jamal has just recovered from an injury and will now be out for another long period. He will get everything he needs from us. We will support him intensely and be by his side, and we are already looking forward to him being back on the pitch. So, yeah. Again, there's loads of players talking about Jamal, but we don't necessarily need to harper on about it. It's just super sad, really, isn't it? But yeah, could be sidelined for around 4 months. I would take 6 personally. This is a player that, this is going to sound stupid, but he needs his ankles. Big up to everybody in the chat. I'll look at the chat in a minute. But like the way he plays, obviously everybody needs their feet, obviously, to run. But I mean, like the way he like goes in and out and so on and so forth. He needs, the mobility. So there's no need for him to, be going, in anytime soon. And then there's just loads of pictures with João Palhinha and João Neves, Opa and Ousmane Dembele, Adam Asnou, and then Hakimi. Again, nothing really in it. There's something about Courtois blaming Donnarumma for the injury. Courtois can go fuck himself. I don't really care what Courtois got to say, to be honest with you. Can't stand him. To be fair, I didn't know Rats had social media. But yeah, Florian Wirtz did he did put something, so yeah, fair enough to him. Then Max Eberl was asked about maybe giving Thomas Muller a short-term contract. And Max Eberl said, yeah, that's not in our thoughts. We didn't even talk about it. So, yeah, man. I don't know. I think Thomas is done, really. I really do. Yeah, that's personally how I see it. And then there's just loads of the players talking, but we don't really need to worry about that. Nothing's really impactful or anything like that, really, for being 100%. And then there's a video here, which I wish I could show you, but I can't because the zone will copyright me, and it's just Muller waving off the Bayern fans that obviously come out to support and so on, no matter if they're American or European or whatever. Yeah, and again, 756 starts, 250 goals, 276 assists, 33 trophies. Levels to this game. Yeah, bonkers. Absolutely freaking bonkers. Yeah, there's a video circling the internet of Alphonso Davies' reaction to Musiala's injury. Obviously, they're really, really close. Yeah, put it this way, I've watched it a couple times. Not a nice watch. He's like, this guy just seed his best friend and like his brother just get injured. Yeah, it's not a nice watch. The guy's like screams at the start, like no, like so on, and then he just starts crying. I think, which to be fair, I understand that. Like, when I say that, I'm not saying it in such way like being disrespectful. I get it 1,000. Then there's some pictures talking about the game and so on. Jamal Musiala's injury and so on and so forth. We're not even going to talk about the PSG game fully. Max Eberl, he was asked by DAZN, and he was like, of course, we've checked whether signing a player like Nico Williams was possible, but with the salary demands that we heard, just to speak to a player, we at FC Bayern quickly withdrew and said we won't be doing it. Yeah, that's bullshit. You're talking out your fucking ass. But okay. If that's the case then, little bro, where the fuck are my players, man? Go and get me some players, man. Right. You know what I mean? Bless up to everybody in the chat. I'll keep reading a little bit more and then I'll go through your questions. So bless up to you. And yeah, if you haven't smashed the likes, please. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Daily Bayern Munich content on the channel, best Bayern channel on YouTube, other than the the official page. So yeah, man, bless it to everybody. Right, Uli Hoeneß. So Uli Hoeneß was asked about Rafael Guerreiro. He said, no. He never was a topic for us. Max told me he held talks, but they were fruitful. They weren't fruitful. So there we go. Then he was asked, will Bayern still get a top winger? He said, we can't do anything about it when such a player, i.e. Williams, extends his contract. We still have some time. The transfer window is open until the end of August. We decided internally that we'd only do reasonable things. We still have Gnabry and Koeman. Koeman in particular impressed me a lot against Boca. If he weren't injured often, we probably wouldn't have thought about signing a new left winger at all. You have to a replacement in case something happens, but paying 60, 70, 80 million for a backup, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, Kingsley Coman should be the backup if he's going to stay at all, to be honest. And I understand why so many people get pissed off with this guy. Then he spoke about Thomas Muller. He said, I've always said that in my opinion, it would be better for him to retire. But if he really wants to go and play at the MLS, then he should do it. The American League is not so appealing to me. They got better through the big players they've signed, but when you play for FC Bayern, then you move to LA. It's not the same thing. Basically, he's just saying in the nicest way possible, there's levels to this game. Then he was he was asked about Nick Wallermaid. He said, we still have time until the end of August. I consider him a very, very good player who would fit perfectly with us, and I would be very pleased if that happens this year, and if not, then next year. So interesting. He said if it doesn't happen this year, maybe next year. And then he was asked about Nico Williams. He said we were all surprised that he extended his contract. I had a close contract with Hansi Flick, who currently I don't even know what the fuck that says. I don't know what the hell that says. He's on holiday somewhere, and they were surprised too because they had more or less an agreement with him. I don't understand what Nico wants, but in my opinion, they Bilbao are just trying to get more money because next year he will cost more than 60 million. Then he was then asked the follow-up question of, is he still a possibility next year? He said, no, it's over. So yeah, there we go. There's a massive statement here about what Driesen said. To be honest, I'm not reading it because I can't be fucking asked because he talks out of his ass and it's going to piss me off. He did say something here, though, on the favourites of the game. He said Paris are the Champions League winners, certainly the best team in the world. I would call Paris the favourites, but if we do well, we have a chance to win. I don't think he's wrong, but the problem is with this board is, a lot of things get nitpicked because this board isn't doing what they need to do. And if they actually did what they needed to do, then, people wouldn't be so pissed off with him saying that because they would understand it. But yeah, the guy's a donkey. He did speak about Upper, though. He said, I won't give contract talks or talk about conversations we're having with a player or agent. But one thing is right. Upper is flourishing under Vincent Kompany. Vincent is giving him the right approach. He's giving him the confidence. And yeah, I agree. David Mankind is the best centre-back in the world currently. And he showed that yesterday. The first goal was Harry Kane's fault. Neuer slipped as well. And then the second goal, the game was already done. Obviously, you should never give that away, but in general, the game was done. Bayern and PSV have failed to reach an agreement for Daniel Peretz. The Dutch side is on the verge of signing somebody else from Leverkusen instead. So, yeah, a bit sad for Peretz because they were, pushing him out. But, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Right, we're getting now down to the presser. I think that's it. I'll keep scrolling just for now, but I think that's it. Yeah, because we're getting into stuff that we spoke about. Okay, cool. So that's all of the news. Let's now go all the way up to the top of the comments, and then we'll read down and so on and so forth, and we'll just chat. So, yeah, number one, bless up to everybody. Hit the subscribe button. We're going to remake this photo behind me very, very soon. Obviously, I won't, I'm going to have to, freshen up a little bit, make myself look fly. We're going to be doing content over in Germany as well. We're going to be doing content for videos, and then we're going to do vlogs as well. The content don't stop here, baby. The content don't stop. What was the picture? Let me see. Let me see this picture. Hold up. I have a picture. So in June, so obviously we're on the 7th of July right now for me, because it's Monday. It's coming up 1 o'clock. But in June, so the month just gone, we did 35 videos. Yes, you heard me. 35 videos. We did 23 shorts, so 23 short videos. We got 18 posts put out for you guys, and we did 88 live streams. So, yeah, man, no one's chatting shit. You know what I mean? Because there's levels to this shit. You know what I mean? There really is. So, yeah, man. Big up to everybody, though. And, yeah, let's go. Fofana, I think too expensive, personally, mate. Big up Reno, how are you? So unfortunate what happened to Musiala. I hope he's 100%, bro. 100%. Smash up the likes, 100%. Hit those likes. Yeah, man. Bruh, we should be keeping. Yeah, we should. And exactly, bro. Where are my signings? Would you take? I don't think he's good enough, personally, bro. Personally, but I guess as a squad player, yeah, why not? Why does it feel like Bayern are underrated, even if they're a big club? Fair. I think the Bayern community all want Leao, so maybe they could take that into consideration. Facts. I would be surprised if we ended up without signing players, bruv. Would not be surprised. Yeah, me neither. I agree with you. If Waneri is up for sale, go for him. Would be like when we... Maybe. Rodrigo and Walmade would be my dream signings. That'd be great. Because we look like we ain't going for Eze. We should be, but yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? I remember you talking about Verts when now your player got injured, so do you regret it? Do I regret what? I remember you talking about Verts ACL when he signed for Liverpool. No, because he's known for having ACL problems. If you're trying to draw me out for saying that Verts was going to get injured, you're very, very, very mistaken, brother. And when you've got, pictures like this as your fucking profile, bro, let's not do this, brother, because I've taken harder shits than you, bro, with all due respect. Big up, Gio. How are you, man? Yeah, Eze going to Arsenal and would cook at Bayern. Yeah, I agree. Big up, Gio. Time for Earl to stop being a fat ass and start making critical signings. Yep. 100%. Max, better sign Rodrigo and Watermate ASAP. We definitely need some players, yeah. I'm saying early November to December, so yeah, we'll see. Rodrigo isn't better than Leao. Interesting. Sucks Goretzka's Gokeres is going to Arsenal. I did see that, yeah. Who's the next signing for Bayern, Liam? Who do you want that's available and realistic signing that could come to Bayern? Who's the next signing? Probably Wanamaid, I would say. Unless out of the fucking Blues something happens, which you never know. We're not in the competitions anymore. And that was one of the things with Nick Watermaid, the fact that they were saying, they were saying that, the talks are paused because we're in the Club World Cup, blah, 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 blah. If that's not the case anymore, because we're not in the Club World Cup, obviously, then, yeah, man, I want to see next couple of weeks I want a player in, without a doubt. Now, who do I want that's realistic? I think Rodrigo would be realistic if they were, he was to put in the transfer request and said he wants to leave. Obviously, they're still in the competition at the moment, so if PSG could beat them, knock them out, then maybe that could have some legs to it. I'm not sure. when Robin wasn't wanted anymore, we got him, and look how he turned out. So that's one thing I would say. Leao, I would take. I think he's realistic at this point. I really do. I think Stiller is realistic, but the likelihood is we won't go for him, which is sad because we should be. Good point, to be fair. Gokares should be realistic, but it's probably not. Bro, I'm glad I didn't watch the game yesterday. I would have lost my head. There we go. Big up, Harvey. How are you, brother? Bless up. Big up, bro. How are you? Big up, John Wick. How are you, brother? Big up. How are you, brother? Big up to all of the legends in the building. Bless up, Alf. How are you, my G? Big up. Did you read the Leao report? Yes, I did. Yes. Xavi Simons at the 10. I don't want him, but get him. Just get him. If they're going to go for someone, go and get him. I can imagine a player that costs 100 million joining us, but in the case of Kane, in my opinion, he was almost fired last year. Tottenham rejected 160 million. Yeah. No, I get you, bro. I get you. Offer is the best centre back now. I think we should keep Zaragoza for now. Yeah, so do I. Just remember 5 members to be pro Leao, Furin, Rummenigge, and the chief scout already are. Bro, I don't care who we get at this point. Like, obviously, Leao would be probably the favourable player, but yeah, anyone at this point, to be honest. Tar was moving way slower than my grandma yesterday, but I don't see Tar better than Kim and Jay. I think, let's see what he does in the league. I think, I'd not said he looked amazing yesterday. I thought he was good. But let's see. Let's just see. Let's see. That's what I would say. I'm not going to judge him right now, personally. But I know what you mean. But let's see what happens. Because the Bundesliga is a totally different beast, isn't it? One either does not like Leao or is playing chess with the negotiation reports about Leao, like he did with Kane, to lower the price. Yeah. No, I'm with you. And obviously, when we spoke to Francesco, the AC Milan fan, like, he said, like, he's like major plans for them, So Tara's more proven and stable option than Kim. Yes. Yep. That I do agree with. He's definitely in the last 3 years been top 2 centre backs in the league every single year. Without a doubt. I would like to believe playing chess. Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. I swear we always go out of competition because of injuries. Yep. I think the problem with yesterday and the problem with that injury, well, I say yesterday. For me now, it's actually the next day, but you get my point. Big up, Aaron. The problem with that game was the fact that, like an injury. I pulled the hammy, I pulled the groin, maybe a head injury or so on and so forth. As long as the player's okay but go off, I think our rhythm would have stayed. I think the air was sucked out of our players' pores when Jamal got injured the way he got injured. Like, we went come out of half time, bro, and it looked like we hadn't played a game since last season. Like, we looked fucking shit. So for me personally, I think that was one of the reasons. That's not taken away from PSG. PSG still went and did what they needed to do. That's never taken away from them. They did what they needed to do, and they're going to continue to strive. And I think next season as well, they're going to be very, very good. So, that's again not taken away from them, but in general, we if we would have taken our chances, it would have been a totally different game. But yeah, man, it sucks. It just is what it is. Bundesliga doesn't go about speed. That's why Tar would be great in the league. My concern is with the UCL. Yep, fair enough. If Musiala wasn't injured, we would have won the game. Nabry his ass. There we go. You could have won if Kane was actually doing what he's supposed to do. He's dragging the team down with the way he plays. But I've been saying this for a while, man. No one wants to listen to me. Leao could be potentially announced, done, deal by the end of next week. Something is telling me that. I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. If Musiala wasn't injured, but that one. Company is low-key a genius for making... What the fuck? Flying moth things flying at me, bro. Company is low-key a genius in the making, bro. I can't lie. Wasn't a fan internally, but the guy just needs a few adjustments and he'll be perfect. I think he's a good manager, personally. That's why I'm not Company out. The Jamal injury crushed our team's morale. Yeah, facts. Yeah, for me personally, the way I see it, I'm Company in. I can see what he has to do. I can see what he can do. The problem is he will be thrown under the bus. If they do not get him these players, he will be sacked. Because, with all due respect, with Bayern Munich, I will probably be Company out next season when we get knocked out of the DFB Pokal or the Champions League because of some BS. Our team isn't good enough. Our squad isn't good enough. And this is the problem. You know, we can all sit here and talk about Leao for 80 million or this player or that player for this amount of money. We need a squad. Our squad depth is shit. Absolutely crap. Bro, we brought on, again, not his fault or anything like that why we brought him on, but they brought on Dembele. We brought on Serge Gnabry and Goretzka. I'm sorry, they haven't been relevant since 2020. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, with all due respect, please put some fucking respect on our club, bro. Because, my word. You know, and if you haven't seen Hukage's fan cam, we were even saying it in that fan cam, like, our team isn't good enough. It's not good enough. And Max Earl needs to go and sign some players. You know, they do. Like, our squad is shit. If that's bringing in youth, if that's signing players, whatever. I would keep... Yeah. No, I'm not saying get rid of certain players, but we need to build a squad. Our squad is crap. The squad depth is absolutely a joke, Liam. Who do you reckon we're going to get? To be honest with you, mate, it looks like we're going to spend big money on Watermaid, big money on a winger. So that'll probably be that, and then we'll probably get in a centre back if Kim goes. If Kim doesn't go and he stays, he'll stay and he'll be playing with us when he's back. Imagine this PSG team with Gnabry Coman instead of Kavara and Doué. They'd be ass. Facts. You imagine if we don't even worry about Doué because we've got Elise on that side. But imagine if we had Kavara and we did go and get Kvaratskhelia. Because if we went and got him, bro, that game would have been over yesterday. I'm sorry, but that game would have been over yesterday. PSG wouldn't have stood a chance against us. So, yeah, our squad is a joke. Your starting 11 is good enough. Your squad ain't good enough. Like, in comparison to the likes of City, PSG, and even Barca. Facts. Bowie wasn't bad, as I think. Yeah, he didn't do bad yesterday when he come on. That I agree with. Yeah, we can get Ezevev in if Kim leaves, but the problem is, knowing Bayern, they'll do some dumb shit where we try to get the player in too late. That's the problem. True, Liam, the elephant in the room is our starting left winger and squad depth. Yeah. It doesn't even matter who it was. It could be Leao, could be Kvaratskhelia, could be fucking Mbappe, Vinicius Jude, anyone that was competent on that left wing would be fine. Because then we'd be like, we were pushing so many of those long balls and passes and so on to Olise that he just comes so repeatable, and it was just over and over and over again. They just knew what he was going to do. After he did it about 3 times, they knew he was either going to, if he cuts in, get in front of him so he can't shoot, and if he doesn't cut in, he's going to the byline. So, like, and that's the thing, we need depth for him as well. So he doesn't always have to play, or he could play at the 10. You know, it's so stupid. When was the last time Gnabry and Coman scored or played important in a big role? I'm not sure. I generally don't think I'd be able to tell you, bro, to be honest. Big up Hood, right? How are you, brother? Starting 11 has its flaws, but still, Kimmich as a midfielder. Come on, man. Yeah, and so you know my opinion on Kimmich at right back, bro. If it was up to me, he would have been told straight up, like, listen, prick, you know, you need to do what's best for the club. But again, I've said this so many times. This guy doesn't give a fuck, bro. You know? Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, Liam. When Oliseh or Coman had the ball after receiving over the top, pause, Kane would be no. Oh no! Don't get it twisted. That is definitely another reason why maybe the crosses or whatever wasn't working, because Kane is in the middle of fucking, I don't know, a maze in Harry Potter or something, bro. It's riding a fucking dragon or a broom. Like, he's doing fucking potions. Class, you know what I mean? Like, no, I agree. And that is why I said that we should play Kane at the 10. You know what I mean? You got to remember, this wasn't anyone else that's been on this channel, that won't be on the show anymore. It was me that said it. I was the one that said that he should play at Cam. Because one of the people in my chat, you know, from my community, had then said that maybe we could get a striker and play with a 2. And I said, well, why aren't we playing him at Cam? Kane should be played at Cam. Like, he should be played at Cam, and we need a striker, because he's not what's the word? An advanced forward anymore. He was in his early days, and then eventually Mourinho got to his passing is fucking amazing. Let's not actually beat around the bush. I know that he fucked up and he cost us a goal, but realistically, that don't mean shit. Like, so, yeah, man, it is what it is, bro. We need 2 good wing backs. I don't think Stani is good enough to play for Bayern. I think Lime is good enough, in my opinion, bro. I think he is, but I think he should be used as a utility player. I don't think he should be necessarily a star. I think he's good enough, but I think we need an out-and-out wing back, or right back, shall I say. Out-and-out right back, out-and-out left back. The problem is you can't get in a left back until Fonzie's back, because he is that left back. Or even Ocherman. It's not even too late. Thing is with Ocherman, he's got a massive ego. If he comes in and scores loads of goals, yeah. The problem is, mate, they don't think like we think, because they think because of this. That's why they think. All that's in their head is this. Saving some dough. You know what I mean? It wouldn't surprise me if they went to somewhere where the fucking food was just going out of date or something, just to get some money off, bro. They're cheap as fucking anything. Honestly, I'm surprised we even you know, allow these players to wear the Bayern merch and so on. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if we made them pay for it. We're that stingy. Well, honestly, I mean it. Kane is still a baller. It's just he isn't there when you needed him. Yeah, exactly, and that's the problem. Lima and Oliseh were our best. Yep. I don't rate Osimhen nor Gyökeres more than. No, but it's just more the fact of having him, isn't it? Had only 1 good season so far. No, he hasn't had just 1 good season. If you're talking about the season that he's just had, then that's fair. But he had a really good season for Coventry. He actually did. And then he's gone on to have this season. But I know what you mean. He hasn't scored 30 and 30. I get it. Over and over again. I get you. Exactly. Generally, we have that problem as well. Kure last season. He doesn't look the same. We need another centre back. Dumfries would suit our right wing back. The way Bayern play, I wouldn't mind getting him. And he's got a release clause, doesn't he? It figures like 35 million or something, which is quite cheap, really. So yeah, man. Again, get him in. I keep saying it, man. I keep saying it until the wheels fall off of the fucking beamer, bro. Like, with all due respect, where are my signings, man? Get him in. Get Dumfries in. Get Ezevev in. Get Stiller in. We need to be building for the future, not building for next week. Like, that's the problem with this club. Is we should be building for the future, and instead they're building for next week, bro. And it's peak, and it's dumb, and it makes no sense. I don't know why they do it, but they do. Yeah, it's so dumb, and it's so stupid. But yeah, it is what it is. Is it 25 million? Is it even better? But yeah, bless up to everybody. Hopefully everybody is doing good. I would get back a right winger, yes. I'm going to send everybody over to Michael's channel. He's doing a watch along for the America game. Make sure if you haven't already, smash the likes, hit the subscribe button. Let me just check he is actually live, because I've done this a couple of times where I've sent people over to someone and they're not actually live. What's this? Okay. Is he there? Yeah, I'm still going to send you over there. Right, bless up to everyone. You going to go live again tonight? Not tonight, but tomorrow I will, yes. Tomorrow I will, yes. 1000%. I will have videos out and shorts out and everything, bro. Just because of all of the bullshit that's been going on in the past couple of weeks. Ain't shit going to change around here, yeah? I'll read it again, my brother, yeah? I'll read it again. So I know full well these pussies that fucking think they're on them, bro. Can't talk to me, bro. 35 videos. These motherfuckers can't do that. 35 videos, 23 shorts, 88 live streams, with most of them being 30 minutes long. These man talk too much, man. Bless up. Smash the likes. Hit the subscribe button. Mia Samia.